What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this update. More of a news than update, but my news and updates get lumped into one category, just the way I've always done it. So I thought, because this is not so much like an update with regards to myself, this is actually a hobby update. So more one of the directions or one of the paths I'm going to be taking. So a package arrived. Let's have a look. And here it is. Haha. One package. What do you think? It looks like it's heavy, by the way, as well. What do you think? Yes, quite heavy. Well, I'm not going to do a full unboxing, but I'm going to show you what's inside this cardboard box. Because the reason being, I don't know when I'll get around to it. And also because, well, you'll see. I'll reveal that later in the video as well. So I'm just gonna slice through these tape ends. Never cut towards yourself, Pete, but I just did. Right, I think okay, we're going to reveal what arrived today. Oh yes, this is exactly what I thought. I'm going to edit me getting rid of the box and showing you what's actually inside this box, because it's heavy to be moving around. Ugh. So there it is, guys. Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, Battle of Edoras. Not as much talk about the movie that's coming up in that, but that's not what has inspired me to order this by any stretch of the imagination. This is, let me explain. When I got into Warhammer 40k, there was always a draw, but no, I'll start again. When I first got into Warhammer 40k, a friend of mine was also into Warhammer Fantasy, the old school fantasy tabletop war game, and he liked to play fantasy. I like to play Warhammer. Sometimes we had a couple of armies each, and we'd play each other at our own games, sort of thing, just to help each other out. And the more we did that, the more I sort of became fascinated with fantasy. And I thought, right, okay, I'm just going to get the models and paint them, because they're just fantastic, which I can still do, by the way. But as time progressed, I thought, you know what, I want to start playing this, let's go. And then they killed it off, end times. And then the Age of Sigmar. Now, I bought the first box set, I bought the second box set, and I've tried to get into Age of Sigmar on no less than 3 occasions now, seriously. But I just cannot get into it. It's not fantasy as I want it. Yeah. But the Lord of the Rings game, I feel the whole Middle-earth stuff that GW put out would scratch that itch. And so that is why I am getting into the Lord of the Rings tabletop gaming. And that, my friends, is pretty much it. So I was quite stoked when that box arrived today. I thought, yeah, do you know what? Bring it on, bring it on. That's what I want. I want to do this. It's going to be good. War of the Rohirrim. I mean, I look on that. It's got everything everything I need in here. It's got scenery, it's got figures enough to play a small skirmish game, it's got a battle map, yeah, and full-size copy of the rules as well. I thought this is a good way to start because all the Middle-earth game systems are compatible with one another rules-wise. So this is going to be my starting point. In Middle-earth, and I'll have a look at the Hobbit stuff and all that sort of thing. So that's the direction. One of the directions I'm going to be taking now. I can't play fantasy in an updated version anymore, but I can play Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings, war games, and their games are so almost historical. Probably because of the lore and the background. There's so much background story behind it all. You know, the whole setting. I don't know how best to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I've always said Lord of the Rings feels like historical. When I watch Lord of the Rings, I feel like I'm watching a history channel or something. You know, not that it's documented in that way. It's told in a theatrical storytelling type way, but like a war film picks, a theatrical version of, like, I don't know, Battle of the Bulge or something, or something like that. Or, Kelly's Heroes, that kind of thing. It's just this. I'm gonna try and lift it up again. This is the business. And this is the Rohirrim versus the Hill Tribes. So it's going to be really good. Really good. There's even a couple of measuring sticks in here as well. So this is the direction I'm taking. When I do come to unbox it, you'll be the first to see it. You'll see it, with me, and I'll have a look. How many miniatures are in here, by the way? Let me just see if I can get a count. 24 warriors of Rohan and 24 hill tribesmen. So there's 50. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does, actually. Yes, 2 Rohan houses. Alright, so there's 56 Citadel miniatures altogether. Don't quite know how that pans out, but yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, there's... Oh, because there's some characters in it as well. Halef, Prince of Rohan. Hama, Prince of Rohan. Wolf, High Lord of the Hill Tribes. General Targ. Oh, yeah, I see. I get it now. But, yeah, this looks brilliant. I first saw it on the Solo Wargaming channel when he was talking about his top 5 games he wants to play. And this was in his top 5, the Solo Wargaming channel. I think it's Solo Wargaming channel. Anyway, that's where I saw it, and I thought, do you know what? That looks so good. I want, because of course the artwork is always awesome as well. Some box sets are out of print now, but I would still like to try and get hold of them, pick them up, because I think my Lord of the Rings painting adventure is, when it begins, it's going to begin in a big way. You know what I'm like. I delve right into something when I get going. I don't just skim the surface. I throw myself right into it, and this is something that is really going to be good for me. Something I've always wanted to do. In fact, I had a box set so many years ago now, I can't remember. So many years ago, I was still young. But it was Lord of the Rings. Might have been Battle of Helm's Deep or something. I don't know. Don't ask me. It was so long ago. And I did, and because I didn't know anything about painting, I didn't want to paint them. I couldn't get my head around the fact that you had to build them and that. But now that's the joy for me, right? Painting and building. That is the absolute joy for me. So I never got to play that game. I sold it off, much to my shame. But, you know, life moves on. And so this is my, anyway, the War of the Rohirrim. That's my start in my Lord of the Rings direction. So expect to see Lord of the Rings stuff on my channel in the future. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Do leave a like if you wouldn't mind. It helps me out so much. You have no idea. And don't forget, all brushes lead to what? And I'll see you on another video. Bye for now. Bye bye.